So when I first attempted to do the letter to my 10-year-old self assignment, I was a little confused as to what I would write because I've always felt that I've been really open to other races, ethnicities, genders, religion, um, and I wasn't sure that there was a difference between who I was at the beginning of the semester compared to who I was at 10, other than maturing. Um, Now, when I look back, I feel the same to a certain extent. Um, the 10-year-old me was very reserved, very scared, she was open, but she wasn't open to the extent that she would go out and meet new people, or she would hold conversations with people of different cultures. She would accept them for who they are, but she wouldn't put herself out there to that extent. The person I am now, uh, I'm not sure if it's because of me maturing or it's because I've learned so much about intercultural communication, but the person I am now is a lot more open and a lot more forthcoming, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. I'm much more uh, willing to put myself out there and meet new cultures and accept new cultures and races. Only thing that hasn't really changed much about me is like the religion aspect. I do believe, like, I completely accept people for their religious beliefs. That's none of my business. They can do what they want. But I personally, even though I'm meeting people with different religious beliefs and whatever the case may be, that doesn't change who I am. Like, I'm still an agnostic. I'm not gonna believe all of a sudden that there is a God or believe in Allah or believe in any of these other things. So, I think that's the only thing that's changed much. So to the 10-year-old me, um, just be open. Don't let your fears or what you don't understand stop you from meeting new people or expressing yourself or allowing people to express themselves. So, the general definition of intercultural communication is having the ability to communicate with people of different cultures. Um, so, what does intercultural communication mean to me is not only having the ability, but also being willing to communicate with other cultures. It's more than just being able to, it's more than just, having the knowledge. It's also about having the courage and having the will to put yourself out there and communicate with those that you may not uh, completely understand, and being able to open yourself up to understanding those cultures and those people. So, how would I apply intercultural communication in my life? Um, I guess the same way I said before. It's about being able and willing to put yourself out there and understand that there are different cultures, there are different people. People don't always act in the same way that you do. They don't believe in the same things that you do. The things that you see as a norm may not be the same things that they see as the norm, and it's all about understanding. So, I guess when I plan on being an event planner, so in that sense, I would have to understand that if I'm planning an event for a person of a different culture, that what they might want to do throughout their event is different from what my vision of their event is, and I'd have to take that into consideration. I'd have to put their ideas and their wants and their needs into a successful event, and that's how I would do it. I have to understand that these are the things that are important to these people, and these are the things that they want, these are the things that they need, and these are the things that I'll have to do. So, yeah, that's kind of how I would apply it to my life. Just being open, being able to use the knowledge that I've learned in this class and throughout my interactions with different people, um, so that I can be a better intercultural communicator, whether it's different cultures, different races, different people who believe in different religions, genders, ethnicities, just being able to do that. My perceptions on particular individuals, groups of people, haven't really changed because I really do pride myself on being one of those people who are very open to different people. I've met a lot of different races throughout my life. I know a lot of different people from different ethnicities, different religious groups, different genders, gender roles and gender norms and gender identity have become a big thing in the last couple of years, and I haven't like been placed in a position where I feel the need to. I feel like I can't communicate with any of those people. So I don't think my perception of any group has changed per se, but in the way that I communicate with those groups has changed a little bit. Now I now know that there are certain things that I can't do, there are certain things that I can't say, there are certain things that are offensive to me that aren't offensive to them. Certain things that I may say or do, certain gestures that they may not agree with. The only thing that I know for sure that I try to keep in check now are like microaggressions. So there are times where I would say something that I don't even think is offensive in any way, shape, or form. It's just a simple question or a simple statement, but there are people out there who find it offensive. The other day, someone asked me if they can touch my hair, and I was like, sure, that's fine. Like, I don't care. But learning that things like that are microaggressions, it's actually very interesting. So those things I do keep in the back of my mind, and I make sure that any request I make, or any question I ask or statement that I make, do not come off as offensive, and if they do, I know how to maneuver my way around that situation. Yeah. If you're interested in taking this course, I actually think it's a very good idea. There are things that are happening today and in this generation that a lot of us do not understand, and there are a lot of things that different people disagree with or agree with. And I think this class is very important. It teaches you, it informs you of the different ways that you can communicate with people that you are different from. There are so many different ways to communicate. There are so many things that we don't see as wrong. Like, we as a generation don't see as wrong, but in all reality, it could be wrong to someone else. So the course may seem challenging, or it may seem like you're not learning anything. You're just like going about your business, reading a couple papers, but it's a lot more than that. You get to see the difference in who you were when you first started the course compared to who you are at the end of the course. Your eyes are a lot more open. You're a lot more understanding of these different people. So yeah, just it may seem challenging, but it's definitely worth it. And I think there are certain things that you learn throughout college that you don't use in your lifetime, but I think this course is one of the many things, or one of the few things that you will use during the course of your lifetime, no matter what job or career you decide to have, or where you decide to live, or who you decide to marry, or whatever the case may be. This is something that will be useful to you in some way, shape, or form.